Hello everyone, Oge with 4K Shooters here, and today I'm super excited to bring you this hands-on review of the awesome tie light from Blind Spot Gear. Now, I've already unboxed this, so I don't have to waste time, and I certainly don't want to waste your time. I really want to keep this video as short as possible, so let's just get down to it. First off, the light itself comes in this really nice box. All the accessories are in it, so it's really well made. Once we pop that in, you'll actually see the actual tie light. So it is quite compact, quite neat. As you can see here, it's let me just show you my phone for comparison purposes. So this is a 5-inch OnePlus 3T, so I think like iPhone 7s for example, and this is pretty much as big as that. Look at it. Now it is a bit thicker, but for an on-camera light, this is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, you can see here this size. It's pretty impressive. All right, let's get that phone out of the way. So, you may be wondering, what is this thing sticking on the front? Now, this is the actual filter, the tungsten filter, because this is a 5600K Kelvin daylight balanced light. So, the guys from Blind Spot Gear have come up with this really totally genius way of attaching filters. You don't need any tools, any accessories. Literally, it just sticks to the front. So, this is the kind of single surface. And it's a bit sticky. This is quite interesting. I've never really. You can kind of hear it as well. The surface is really interesting. I mean, what they call it is electrostatic vacuum kind of suction system. So it's really neat. Now, at first when I saw this, I was a bit worried about dirt and things kind of getting to it. And I'm not sure if you can see, but this is as close as I can get on this lens. There is a tendency of this front kind of surface to get, for you to get some kind of lint and things like that on it. But, if you just use office tape, you can clean it quite easily. Other than that, I mean, this is so cool. Check this out. Boom, you're done. And you can also cut any type of colors that you want. You can do your magentas, your greens, red, blue, whatever. And this is really cool. Now, moving on, obviously the first thing that kind of made a really positive impression is obviously the build quality. Now, if you remember, this was a Kickstarter product. The guys at Blind Spot Gear, they also make the Scorpion light, which is a kind of gooseneck single diode LED light, which is really impressive. And they have, kits of 2 and 4. I mean, you can go on the blog. We've posted about them before, but this is something very different. This is a portable LED light. It's very high quality. It's made out of aluminum. It does weigh about 300 grams according to the spec sheet. I mean, I haven't weighed this yet, but this is okay. This is not too bad. Now, what else do you get in the box? Let's just quickly go through that. You get your battery adapter. So literally, you put your Sony NP-F battery here, and I'll show you how you can attach it to the battery, to the actual unit. You also get a ball mount, pretty standard stuff. Metal, so pretty cool. You also get a charger, which is really nice. So the guys from Blind Spot Gear have, been kind of put everything in the box that you actually need to get this light going. So this is your USB kind of quick charge for you to charge the battery through your computer. And you also get a small Sony style NP-F type of battery. We'll just plug it in here, connect it to your, computer, and there you go. Let's see what else. Oh, you also get a small pouch, which is really well made. It's a nice material. It kind of keeps your tie light from dirt or whatever when it's in your bag. That's actually a good point that I have not actually put this in. So this is going to be a good test to see how well this will fit. Let's see how quickly I can put this in. All right. This wasn't too bad. Didn't take forever. It's quite a snug fit. I really don't want to ruin this. This is a really nice light. And I'm really grateful to Billy from Blind Spot Gear for sending me this review unit in advance. This has been really cool. I used it on actually a shoot the other day, and I'm going to show you some footage of how I actually use this light. So this is quite a nice pouch. It is a bit of a snugger fit than I expected, but not too bad. This is pretty cool, and this is also included, so you don't have to buy this extra. Before I forget, one last thing that I want to show you what is also in the box is this thing here. It's a remote dimmer. Let me just make sure it's in focus. So you attach it via the screw to the side, and you can dim the light from 0 to 100 flicker free. Oh, you also get the AC adapter. It's in this box. I haven't really taken it out yet. They also include a... I actually did. Sorry. So, yeah, this is the UK plug, but it also comes with... I think it's somewhere in the box here. Yep. You also get the EU style, the European style, and I believe this is Australia, maybe? I'm not sure. Or Asia. I really don't know. This is certainly not the States. It doesn't look like it. But anyway, you get these here. And that's pretty much what you get in the box. All right, before I actually attach the dimmer, I really wanted to show you the back of the unit. Now, these grooves here are really cool because they can actually also be used for the cable to go through them. So, you know, kind of like cable management. It's really nice. Now, the side here, this is your actual built-in dimmer. So there's like 6 steps. This is your input for the remote dimmer, and this is your power input. So you can also power it via AC. Or you can power it via the MPF battery plate, which I'll show you in a second. All right, so I've connected the remote dimmer, and you also get the battery plate on the back, which there's a few options to mount it. As you can see here, there's a hole here, so you can literally mount it instead of sideways. You can mount it upwards, or you can mount it like this. And on the side here, now this six-step dimmer, that's actually disabled now. It doesn't work when you press it because everything is going through the control for the dimming is going through this little knob here. Let me just make sure that you guys see it. So this is how you turn on the light. Okay. And then, as you can see here, it literally goes from 0 to maximum. I mean, this is going to be terribly overexposed, but let me just turn down my aperture a little bit. And yeah, you go from 0 absolutely off. This is totally off. No flicker issues. Now, granted, I'm not shooting, you know, super slow motion now, but yeah, this is quite powerful. Let me show you some examples real quick. I recently used this light on a shoot. I was doing some product shots, some kind of B-roll for a promotional video that I'm doing for one of my clients. They're a really big dealer here in the UK. They sell cameras and all sorts of professional equipment, and they had an open day, and I was supposed to shoot like a couple of cameras, and you know, we had an LED Fresnel, which was sort of a key light. I mean, more of a backlight because we're lighting everything from the back, and I kind of needed something to kind of fill from the front. And I used this light, and I was like, wow, is this going to be enough? And then when I turned it on, wow, this was so powerful. And hopefully from the examples you saw, I mean, they're not perfect, but you know, this is quite a powerful light. All right, so what do I think the tile light is for? I mean, yeah, I think obviously people, you know, professional cameramen, anyone looking for a high quality light. This is a daylight balanced light. Once again, I didn't get a chance to test the actual quality of the light emission. I don't have a spectrometer. When I set my camera in the test that I showed you to 5600 Kelvin, and obviously this light is 5600 Kelvin, it looked really good to me. I mean, of course, you know, judging by the eye, you can't really, you know, make a technical assumption. So this is why that's why this is not really a full review. This is pretty much just a hands-on review. I just want to show you guys the light, what you get in the box, and what I think of it. Now, what are some of the things I'm not a huge fan of? I think this is a great idea that they've made this. Or let me just make sure it's in focus here. My pickings. I mean, I really think this is a great idea. The thumb kind of dial, the dimmer. Now, I'm not sure why it wasn't sort of attached. Like maybe they didn't have enough real estate here to make it like a permanent fixture, because this is totally much better than a kind of, you know, stepped increment here, which I can show you how it works. Basically, you go like this, and it kind of goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, it's fine. But you know, this is just so much useful to have this kind of thumb dimmer, this dimmer, which just basically just works so good. Another thing, I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but here at the bottom, not sure how well you can see, but the bottom of this hot shoe attachment of the ball mount, it was a little bit too thick for the hot shoe of the GH5, and I was kind of having a little bit of trouble kind of slotting it in and then taking it out. It did take quite a lot of force, and I was afraid at one point. I was like, oh my god, I just don't want to break my hot shoe. But it was fine. It's just one thing to bear in mind. What else? Yeah, it's a great light. I don't know what else to say. I can't wait to use it more and to kind of bring you a more full kind of review with maybe some more extensive kind of behind the scenes and things like that, or maybe put it against other lights. I mean, yeah, that's a really top end light. I'm a big fan of it. I love it. For more information, check out the blog post in the link below, or for more details, you can get in touch with Blind Spot Gear, and you can find the link to their website in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a great day. Bye.